We begin with our big story. The largest solar farm in Grand Cayman is at Caledonian Bank. They took their gravel parking lot and transformed it into a solar farm capable of producing $100,000 of electricity a year. Cayman 27's Joe Avery shows us how Caledonian Bank's efforts to go green are good for the environment and the bank's bank balance.
The sound of silence.
That sound you hear is the sound of electricity generating, which is great. There are no moving parts, doesn't make any noise, doesn't produce any carbon dioxide.
Caledonian Financial Services spent nearly a year transforming their gravel parking lot into Cayman's largest solar farm.
Every minute where the sun is shining, just roughly on average, we make 50 cents worth of electricity. That doesn't sound like it's a lot, but over the course of the year, it adds up to more than $100,000.
The solar car park has been generating electricity since mid-January.
This is what it looked like, how we got here.
It was officially unveiled at a ceremony Thursday night. 520 photovoltaic panels producing about half the energy Caledonian uses. CEO Barry McQuain says for him, going green has a dual meaning.
We joke and we say solar is green, and we mean green in two ways. One is it's friendly, it's good for the environment, but the other way is green for your pocketbook.
We looked at one of our biggest expenses was electricity consumption, and we took a long view and we said, how can we reduce this?
The solar farm will pay for itself in 5 to 6 years and has a lifespan of more than 20. CFO Steve Sokol breaks it down like this.
We look at it this way. It's basically, as a bank, we're giving a loan at 16 to 17% interest. So what's not to like about that?
Caledonian is among the first firms to take advantage of the government duty waivers, which helped them to realize this project.
Minister of Infrastructure Kurt Tibbetts applauded Caledonian's efforts to go green and urged others to follow their lead.
Incentives are available to any other business entity or individual who seeks to join the green revolution.
Mr. McQuain says the project will help ease the load on Cayman's power grid.
You expect your electricity to always be there, so CUC has to build for peak power on the hottest day of the year, and it has to always be there. So solar initiatives like this actually help them as much as it helps us.
We set out some years ago to get 2 megawatts of renewable capacity on the grid, and this is 100 kilowatts, or 0.1 of a megawatt.
Though the solar farm produces only 1/10 of 1% of the utility's capacity, CUC President Richard Hughes says they're getting there.
We're confident that we'll meet the 2 megawatt target sometime next year.
Other companies have expressed interest in taking similar steps to harness the sun.
Once we put up the panels, we've had a number of other companies come by, knock on the door. We've done a lot of tours, and we think we've really maybe generated a lot of interest on island.
And Mr. McQuaid says having a shaded car park is another perk for his staff.
We've got a nice paved parking lot. We've got shade for all of the cars. And so it's a win for everybody who parks here. It's a win for us because we're making solar energy. And to be honest, we think it looks really nice.
Joe Avery, Cayman 27.
Mr. McQueen tells Cayman 27 they are considering other ways to diversify their green portfolio in the future, including wind, geothermal, and even one day turning wave action into energy.